AI is coming, and you think that you are going to lose your job or you're not going to feel relevant because AI has come. This series for you. Hi, my name is Mrs. 𝗟𝗏𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧, and I welcome you into another episode of Life Unscripted. In Life Unscripted, I show you how you can become a student for life beyond academic session or a school for optimum and sustainable success. It only tells you that with what we do here, we spur you into action, understanding you need to take the discipline of a pen and a paper to write or rewrite your script, because there are defining moments and there are redefining moments. So if it is your first time, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get a notification when the next content drops. And if it is your first time on Facebook, go ahead to click on the follow button, because that is one of the best decisions you're going to make in your life this year and beyond. And I'm going to share with you why. Now, there's this news spreading everywhere. You are always threatened about technology coming to take your space. And I'm going to share with you why you are so threatened about this particular subject matter. What is AI? AI is artificial intelligence. It is called artificial intelligence for something, not for nothing. It is not emotional intelligence. It is artificial intelligence. And so, until you have the right kind of mindset, you will now begin to understand that AI is an assistant, not the creator. You are created as a creator to create. And that was why we are the last thing that God created from the beginning of creation, because he believes that as he has created creators, they can keep the legacy of creation. And that was why on the sixth day after he created us, the next day he saw that what he created was good, and he went and found rest. So the essence of this is that the problem with people is that they have neglected the dimension of creators, who they are themselves, and have given their powers to technology. They have given their powers to AI. And so every single thing that they want to do is now dependent on technology rather than them being the brain behind all those things. It was someone's brain that was able to think of this artificial intelligence we are talking about. So how can you place more value on AI and technology more than the person or the brain that created it? Right? One of the things that we are missing out is that tech is becoming a problem into our lives because we have the wrong mindset. And until we understand that everything that is made available is to aid us to create the life that we desire, not to give them the power to do things themselves. Because it's always all the time you have the mindset of things will work out. That's why when you go to church, you will always be sounding ego better. From where to where? We are the ones that created the life that we are living today. Whether or not it's your fault, it's affecting you in one way or the other. So you need to be able to, like my husband will always say, he said that whatever that happens before you were born, it's not your fault. But whenever you die, your life is going to look like your choices. It is now going to be your fault based on the choices you made. You realize that it wasn't your fault becoming poor and living the life that you never desired. But the moment you had that realization, what are the things that you were able to do to live your life by design instead of by default from that realization? That's where the right mindset comes in. And that's what prompts you to the need for confirmed mentorship, because God will always conceal things. That's why he wants you to study the word and meditate on it day and night. What it means is that if you want to get to know people, you have conversation with them. And one of the ways you have conversation to establish a relationship with people, with God, is through his word. And so you need to know him by his word so that you can be able, you told me this, you told me that. And that is one thing that people have failed to do in order to build the discipline to create that life. And so because of that, they are struggling here and there in the name of, you will see them, they are even broadcasting personal development, but are they really developing? They are very constant, but they are not consistent. And so when you look at these things, you will see that why you are always threatened is because you're not confident in your own skin as a creator, because you have not even come into the awareness of the powers that is invested in you, that you are a God that can create a life that you desire. You are giving all the powers to someone else, and because you lack that self-awareness, You are now being threatened because you don't have confidence. You don't have confidence in your capacity. You don't have confidence in the consistency of upgrading that values and that capacity that is dwelling in you. And that is why, as AI is coming, you feel that it will come and take your job. See, let me tell you the truth. AI will not take your job. AI is one of the is just like Google. It's just like every other tech that is around you. How you interpret it, it is what determines your outcome. So a lot of people are addicted to their phones because they don't have the discipline of a relationship or a model that is helping them to guide their mind into focusing on what matters more than the other. And so because you are not substituting those particular habits, that's why you are addicted. You keep being addicted because there is nothing that is taking away your attention from that. So you will always be addicted to those things. So lack of capacity building, there is need for capacity building. All the leaders that you know that have left a legacy, tech was there. It depends on when you realized. Tech was there, but they became a symbol of value, and that is why their names are on the map. It is not because they didn't allow tech to manipulate their lives. They engage the power of their brain. That's why the wealthiest of the people, they are not in the streets, they are in the chambers. What are they doing? They're sharing ideas, they are getting things done, they are they're demystifying things in that particular table. You are the executor. Why not get into that point whereby you become people who contribute with your idea, with the power of your brain, regardless of what AI is doing, regardless of whatever thing. So AI becomes an assistant because it helps you to know the line. It helps you to be able to think in line of something, what is possible and what is not. But you don't have to give AI the power. And the moment you begin to do that, that's why even in school, students are not going to be able to say that they have academic excellence because they gave their powers to tech. And the moment they come into the field of life, you see them juggling and struggling because of what? They gave the power to Google, they gave the power to AI to be able to do their project. And because they are not able to be part of that project, you will see that any other project that comes afterwards, since that AI is there and in a position whereby they are not privileged to have access to this AI, you will see them messing around. They are not able to deal with complex situations. So I want to tell you that, or anytime you are threatened by things, it means that there is a void of capacity building. So you need to fill that vacuum today by totally developing yourself and letting yourself know that you're a leader and you're a creator that is born to create. And that was why God found rest, because he knew that you have enough capacity made available for you to live the life that you desire. And all these things takes a lot of discipline for you to design it. Hence the need for you to get a mentor who have even gone ahead of you to cross the path that you want to pass through. And so when he is able to guide you, you will see that you will no longer have an addiction to tech. You will focus on you modeling what works and stay in the process enough to become that which works. And it is your result that proves your wisdom. It is the result of your student that proves the wisdom of a mentor, because the more they teach you, the less you need them. That's the way mentorship is meant to be. But now people with the wrong mindset, that's why confidence building is very, very powerful. It is very, very critical. Now we have lacked the dimension of our expression. We just do things to belong. We just do things because we think life can work itself out and it's easier to live like when tech is there. See, there is no such thing as that. You need to be able to obey the law of process and progress. And that is why in the basic networking secrets, I share with you a bonus of how you can be able to build confidence, to be able to find expression and understanding the powers that dwell in you to create wealth, to be able to design the life that you are called to live. It is not the one, even the emergence of technology has even made you that has encouraged you not to connect with people physically. All the time you are always with your phone. Even when you go for physical events, you are always with your phone. You don't even look up. You are always looking down. You're not even looking around to study your environment, but you are always looking down. Most of the times your neck are paining you. Most people are in the hospital because they are always on their phones. Some people have eye issues because they are always on the screen. And so one of the things you want to do is to be able to learn the art of relationship. Relationship is therapeutical. It helps your mental health. It's crazy, and you need to be able to understand the mistakes you need to avoid, to deal with the fear and shyness so that you can interact and connect, because it is what we are called to do. We were born through connection to connect. And so you need to be able to learn these timeless relationship building strategies. And as well as a student, you will now know what it means to have academic excellence. It is not in reading. It is not in reading books. I can tell you that for free. I am a first class graduate, and I basically, with that particular bonus, you are going to you are going to learn a lot from my own practical experience. You also have the opportunity to ask your questions progressively in review sessions and as well as support group. Want to be part of that? Type BNS. It's actually right on your screen. Take action today. Don't be threatened. You need to be able to treat yourself so well that you rise to a point of confidence that nothing threatens you. That's why we will be there are a lot of things that surrounds around being threatening. See, let me tell you, anything that overwhelms you is what you can't define. Anything that you say, I'm not like that, and they overwhelm you, they threaten your life. And all the time you are threatened because you don't know. And you are trembling because you have a level of fear. Now is the time for education. Ignorance is why the people of God perish. You don't want to be part of the people who are ignorant and are perishing because any single thing threatens them. The moment dollar rises, it affects them. And it looks like life has changed. It doesn't mean it to not affect a lot of people, but you are threatened by it because you're still struggling to even eat one square meal, right? So every single thing is going to threaten you if you don't work from a point and from the power of the creativity and the creator that you have made to be able to create the life that you desire. So stop fearing threatening. You need to be able to develop the core essence of value creation because poor people, according to my mentor, he will say, poor people do not pay for value because money is the easiest thing to make, but value is the hardest thing to create. If you want to differentiate yourself, do the hard thing. And then if you want to have one-on-one conversation with me, hit the link in the description of my channel right now. Not the first link, the link where you can have a schedule a one-on-one conversation. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that link on my bio. Let's have that conversation and take it to a whole new level. I still remain your friend. And you're going to get entrepreneur, founder of Confident Global Champions Network, Mrs. 𝗟𝗏𝗦𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏. And until I come your way again in the next episode of Life Unscripted, don't forget that it's time to live the life that you are proud of and not the one people recommend.